And those narrow interests, at least if you follow the money, are very anti-Iran and very pro-Israel. And I think if you ask the American people whether or not they want to go to war with Iran, they'll say, "What? Why? No, I guess so because somebody on a radio told me, or a podcast told me, or Fox News has told me." But they don't really know exactly why or how Iran threatens America. I've been, I'm around for a while, and they're still using this trope that Iran is the biggest funder of terrorism in the world. And I don't know where I know where that comes from. And I think that comes from like decades ago. I'm sure that they're lumping in Hezbollah and Hamas and calling them terrorists, but it seems so shop worn to me. And because there are no
So Hezbollah and Hamas definitely have a terrorist component to what they do, but Hezbollah is part of the Lebanon government and Hamas runs Gaza, right? It administers the entity of Gaza. So I think a point is that Hezbollah and Hamas aren't solely terrorist organizations.
specific examples of Iran actually invading other countries or bombing other countries. I mean, they have done less than the United States did in the last 20 years in terms of interventions, but they are being raised up as this evil scourge. And there's not much to back it up at this point, but the American people are being told this, but they're being told by very narrow special interests who have major influence over our White House, past and present, Congress, both parties, the establishment in Washington. And that's pretty dangerous because that means we're always on a constant war footing with a country where we can't really explain why.
They overestimate the extent to which that comes out of religious ideological imperative. Israel just kind of playing for the hearts and minds of the regional Arab public, right? And B, actual strategy. I mean, Iran, to an extent that people don't understand, feels very insecure. It suffered a devastating war at the hands of Iraq. The U.S. support was on Iraq's side. So, of course, when the U.S. invades Iraq and wants to set up a permanent presence there, you can bet that Iran is going to try to dislodge those troops and get their proxies to kill some of those troops to get them out, and is going to have some proxies because Iraq is a majority Shia nation